When I visit Cuba to see my family, honestly, my days are very different. It's a much simpler life and the worries are different. Today I'll show you my daily routine and how it differs from my routine in Spain. Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. As mentioned in the previous video, I unexpectedly arrived in Cuba near my birthday to spend a short time here. That's it. I'm really excited to visit whenever possible and be with my family. I miss them a lot when I'm in Spain. Today we're making a short video here at my house in Cuba. Remember to subscribe, like, share, become a member, send a super thanks, and everything else. So you can support this channel so I can keep making videos for all of you. So that's it, now you know. In today's video, we're going to make a video comparing my routine in Spain versus my routine in Cuba, my daily routine. So basically, we're going to see what I do in a day when I'm in Cuba. Because what I do in a day when I'm in Cuba is totally different from what I do in a day when I'm in Spain. It's like it's a different Anita. Let's start today's video. At home, I share this bed with one of my brothers. When I lived here as a child, I never had a room just for myself. You see, not everyone here has a room just for themselves. I used to always sleep with my sister, who is 2 years older than me. We were close in age, but she eventually got married and left home. The room that was once mine and my sister's now belongs to my mother and stepfather. Because the kids, my younger siblings, have grown up. So in this big room here, 2 of my brothers sleep. And there's only one who has his own separate room, which is like a really tiny room. They made it for him so he could have more privacy. But anyway, it's very... I never had a room. I mean, one of the things I always wanted was to have my own room, a room to decorate however I wanted, but, well, that's just how life goes. While I was a child, well, it just wasn't possible because it couldn't be done. And, well, when I came here, I didn't have my own room either. I sleep here with one of my brothers. It doesn't bother me at all. I sleep really well. Which is something that does happen to me here. When I come to Cuba, I talk as if I come. Well, this is actually the second time I've come. It's just that I wake up much earlier. Over there in Spain, I have to admit that sometimes I wake up a bit late because I also go to bed late doing things. But here, since I still have the schedule, like the schedule from over there, I wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm already awake, which would be 12 in the afternoon, and it's like I just can't keep sleeping anymore. And well, that's good because that way I make much better use of the day, and I also go to bed late. I put my clothes here since I have no other space. Too many people live here. Imagine, why does my brother sleep with cars? With all this heat? It's incredibly hot, and then there are lots of flies, mosquitoes, and even a new disease going around. As I mentioned in the last video, it's similar to dengue. I'm a bit worried about contracting that illness, and I hope I don't. Let's make the bed now, that's the first thing I do. I have to admit, I already got up and fixed my hair a little because the humidity here makes it look like this. Like standing up, kind of like Monica from Friends. I don't know if you saw Monica in Friends when her hair got frizzy. All curly, all sticking up. I looked for the only 120 volt outlet here. I mean, the 220 volt one. Not all houses here have 220 volt electricity, so I think there's only one outlet here that has it. And that's where I plugged in my flat iron so I could straighten my hair because otherwise it doesn't heat up. In Spain I have breakfast. Obviously I'll have breakfast in Cuba too, but what's the difference? We don't have sugar? And I asked my mom, why isn't there any sugar? And she says it's because sugar just can't be found. They've already looked in so many places to buy it because they have the money, but sugar just can't be found.
Here in Santiago, Espiritu is where I live.
There are places you can still find it, but honestly some things just go missing, disappearing out of nowhere, like no one can find them. And so they're sweetening the milk and coffee with honey, this bee honey, which is what they have here. And the other thing we have is some bread. Well, I don't know if there's this little piece left here in this bag. Here in this bag is where we keep the bread. Oli, our cute little golden retriever is here. Where's the milk, my dear? This is boiled water. As we're boiling it, the water here comes out very black. I mean, look at how the water comes out. You take a glass of water. The water comes out a little cloudy, sometimes even with dirt. And so since there are so many diseases and people are getting sick, my mother is boiling the water. Which is much better, so that all the bacteria and all those things go away. There's a little treat because everyone was having breakfast. Here's the milk, prepared with just a little bit. Always boil it beforehand. Well, so I'm going to have a little coffee with milk, like this, with honey. It doesn't matter, that's healthy. There's something I always bring that can't be missing, it's the ham. Nobody ate ham today. Little ham. I bought the one from the airport because look, a lot of people told me, oh, Anita, but buy another one. It's just that I had to pay for overweight luggage. I had to pay for overweight because the suitcase I brought to bring things to my family was full. It was way over the limit and I had to pay a lot for the overweight. And well, I ended up buying those things to eat at the airport duty-free because otherwise I wouldn't have had room for important things I needed to bring. Well, so I'm going to try the coffee with honey just to see how it is. Cheers. Normally in Spain, I would go to the gym after this, as I do go to the gym. However, here I'm going to spend more time at home instead of going to the gym. So like what I do instead, you know what? I take a bath because it's so hot here, you can't even imagine. In the summer, it's just way too hot. Let's see what clothes I'll wear today. I'm going to put on this little dress. Here are my clothes that I'm wearing today. It's pretty cool because honestly, it's really hot. I'm gonna take a shower. Every time I come to Cuba, always in the mornings, the first thing I do is take a shower because it's really hot, and on top of that, I'm wearing this sweater, which is super thick, so I'm really hot. Don't forget to bring mosquito repellent. I'm already getting bitten on my foot. Well, that's it for now. I showered, got dressed, did my makeup, and got ready, which I always do at home in Spain too. Sometimes when I stay home and don't go out, I just stay however I want. But I'm here, of course, and I'm gonna go out. I have errands to run, I have to exchange money, I don't have any Cuban money, I brought euros. So we already put up an ad on a WhatsApp status to sell them, to see who wants to buy them from us. There's always someone who wants to buy euros to exchange for the local currency, allowing us to make purchases here. In many places here, you can already pay with dollars and euros. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. I've realized that I don't think I talked about it last time, and it's that lately here, everything is dollarized. Without dollars, euros, or remittances, life is different, as I mentioned before. For example, people who work for the government earn very little money, and the cost of living is already very high. I don't know if the same thing that happened in Venezuela is happening, like what's happening in Venezuela now. Some people from Venezuela have told me that there is food, there are things, but it's extremely expensive. I see now that there is a little more food than maybe before. When the pandemic had just ended, there was absolutely nothing. You can now find things like the pack of chicken we bought yesterday, but it was very, very expensive. You can spend an entire salary in a single day. I'll make a video about that for you. Spending a typical Cuban government worker's monthly salary in one day to show what it can buy. On nothing. So what people end up doing is leaving their government jobs. They can't work for the government because they don't earn anything. I know a lot of people who used to be teachers, doctors, you know. And they obviously worked for these institutions, which are all government run, and they've left to work in whatever they can. Photography studios. My sister, who used to be an English teacher, is now working in a beauty salon because they make more money in that private place than they did working for the government. It's not profitable. You work, but you earn nothing, you make a pittance, and it's not enough for anything. Working for a private company is still costly. Some fare better, earning slightly more depending on the specific private place or particular they work at. For example, my sister has good months and bad months. It depends on what she sells. She earns according to what she sells. She sells things like hair treatments, something like that. She was already an English teacher, but with 2 kids, it wasn't enough for her, you know? So that's something you should know about Cuba. Government jobs are no longer sufficient. Private sector employment offers slightly better compensation. Despite that, everything is very costly, and we're actually going out today. Today, a food package should arrive that I buy from Spain and send here. I bought it before coming, so it would get here. And anyway, we're going to go out on the street. It's routine now, going out to find food on the streets. We need to buy sugar, we always need to buy a lot of things. Part of my daily routine, of course, is to get to work. Always, one of the first things I do is check my email to see if I have any collaborations and such. So, what can I say? There's no signal down here. Where do we need to go for good reception? To the roof, let's go to the roof. Here's the little dog. What a sunny, beautiful day. Wow, look, my mom did the laundry. Wow, what sunshine. Well, actually, here on the roof is where I have to climb up to get better connection, coverage, and all that. And when the electricity goes out too, even with all that. When the electricity goes out, well, no. You can't get any connection or anything. Up here, I mean, you have to almost climb all the way up there to get a connection because it gets really bad and that's it. Let's check the emails. The last time I came to Cuba, I remember I disconnected. I didn't check emails. I didn't do anything. When I returned, I had a lot of work piled up, which caused me a great deal of stress. I won't let that happen this time. I've replied to many emails since arriving yesterday to stay on top of things. Fortunately, I have a collaboration scheduled for August, giving me enough time to travel to Spain and complete it. And, well, I have several collaborations, but this time I'm not going to neglect my work while I'm here. Today is Thursday, and I need to finish editing a video for tomorrow, Friday. I'm not sure if I'll complete it since I want to spend time with my family today. I often come up here to get some sun because it's just, I don't know. Oh, it's good even though I put on sunscreen? Yes, put on sunscreen. Let's see how it goes. Honestly, the street is super empty. There aren't many people. It's usually like this. When it's sunny and all, people don't go out. In the late afternoon, that's when the kids come out to play and do more things. Well, let's go down then. My mom is working. She only works in the mornings. She gets home really quickly, and when she gets back, then we'll go out to buy some things. And well, this is part of my routine, going out to buy food here in Cuba. I brought a portable battery. If you travel to Cuba, bring one due to frequent power outages. And well, one of my favorite things we have here at home is plantain because there has always been this plantain tree here. Oh, there's so much pasasita. So one thing I also love to do for breakfast is to pick a little plantain straight from the tree, and we also have a guava tree. And well, now we're going out because another thing I need to do is exchange some money. I mean, I brought euros, but I need to exchange them. Although, look, I have a little bit of local currency here, Mom. This is the local currency I had left from the last time I came. But, well, it's not much, it's just a little bit. And these are the euros I brought, more or less. Last time I brought 500 euros and I survived for 15 days. I even had a little left over. And we went out and ate and all that. And of course, I was always the one paying and it was enough for me. So if you come, I don't know if I should recommend you bring that amount. It depends on your plans. I didn't stay at a hotel either or do anything super expensive. It was more like that. I spent the money on buying food for the house and going out eating little things on the street. There are also a lot of products now. For instance, a bottle of oil that used to cost 800 pesos now costs 1,000 pesos. As the dollar and euro prices rise, prices also increase while salaries remain unchanged, just so you know. Well, now we're going out to buy some things to eat for lunch, for dinner. I took some money from my brother's savings and put the euros there. I hope he gets happy because in the end, euros always go up. And let's see what we find. Because we want to buy eggs, since there are no eggs. I mean, there are no eggs at home, food and stuff. You can find them, but as mentioned, everything is quite pricey these days. Now I'll show you our purchases. 2 bottles of orange soda from this brand, Revoltosa. This is Cuban, this brand. It's the first time I've seen it. It's the first time I've seen it too. It's like typical orange soda, such as El Panto, but this one is Cuban. Let's see where it's from. I can't find where it's from. We bought 2 bunches of green beans. I love them. They're delicious with meat. We found sugar. This is the sugar they sell here in this little package. It's like, it's Brazilian. Look, Brazilian industry, they're importing a lot of things from different countries here in the private businesses from the Brazilian industry. And finally, the eggs. Well, unfortunately, some of them broke. We lost a few pesos there. All of these broke, but we were able to save the rest for lunch today. And all of this for the price of more than 5,000 pesos, right? We were going to buy some cheese, but it was full of flies, so we didn't buy it. We spent 5,000 pesos, an entire doctor's salary, in just a moment on those things we bought. Only. The eggs were super white again, but this time they're a little yellow. These eggs were fed better. What are you gonna do? Scrambled eggs? Yes. With Iberian ham. With the little ham I brought. Oh, it's here in the fridge. Look at it here, how delicious. We're going to make scrambled eggs with ham for lunch and some rice. Here's the rice. The beans are in the fridge. What is this, boiled water? The beans are in the fridge as well. I brought my mom a little magnet from Galicia. Look at the size of these mangoes. Mango season has started. Oh, they're so delicious, those mangoes. So good. Can I try one?
Yes, of course, so delicious.
Starting tomorrow, I'll have a mango on my head. super full. Rice and beans just fill you up way too much. I already exchanged the 200 euros, but you can't put the money in your wallet or purse because it's a large sum. How much was it again? It's literally all this money. It's 200 euros in Cuban pesos, 75,000 pesos. You can't store this money in a wallet because it simply doesn't fit. A few years ago, you could fit the money in your wallet, but now it's so much Cuban money that you can't. So like this in a little bag, a nylon bag, right? How can you have it? By the way, we're in a blackout until 8 at night. This time I came with a sportier attitude and won't get stressed. In the end, it's sad, because I know I'll be able to come back and I won't experience these blackouts. But the people who are really here, how do they deal with this blackout issue in their daily lives? Is it horrible? It's 2 post-meridium and the power will be out for 6 hours. What can I do without electricity during this time? Stay with me in this video. I told my mom, let's make some coffee, talk, socialize, and have a little coffee. Well, now that we're here and we don't have to rush, let's make some coffee. I want to show you the pork with beans. Let's turn on the flashlight because we're in a blackout. Here it is. My mom already put the pork with tomato puree, no seasoning, and beans. No, the beans are added later. Later? Oh, okay. That turns out amazing. And well, that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Yes, I add the beans later because the beans soften faster. And by the way, it's about to pour down rain. Can you hear the thunder? It's thundering. This barracks here, everyone is there. It's 5:42. But we're already making dinner early. We must maximize the daylight despite having a small lamp for light. Here is the rice with beans, because yes, today we're going to have rice with beans for dinner. We made it in that big pot because there are a lot of us. Some fried chips, these are frozen because they came in a combo that I bought from Spain, so they would arrive. We're going to fry them, and here's the meat already ready. Look how it turned out. Let's shine a light. Wow, it turned out amazing with the beans. The camera fogged up.